Welcome to Subscription Prescription, the podcast where you get the information you need to scale your subscription program.
Welcome to another dose of Subscription Prescription, the podcast where we help you figure out everything you need to know related to DTC subscriptions. I'm your guest host today, Riley Trepanier, sitting in for Matt. Today, we're going to be talking about 5 overlooked post-purchase touchpoints that can either make or break subscriptions or customer retention. Now, before we get started, if you know anything about me or have listened to my previous episode with Matt, you might know that there are 2 things that I'm super passionate because I come from a communications background. The first being education and building community with your customers, which actually plays into our first overlooked area. So, drum roll, please. The first overlooked area is actually education and product discovery. I have worked with so many amazing, well-known subscription brands here at Subscription Prescription. And what's actually interesting is that some of the biggest names don't always have a clear subscriber-specific onboarding flow. It's not because they don't care. It's usually because they're focused on acquisition and just haven't built out that next phase yet. But this is where the magic and retention actually happens. Most brands treat onboarding like a one-and-done email, like a thanks for joining, here's your order, and then move on. But for a subscriber, the job isn't actually to thank them, it's to teach them. From day one, subscribers need to understand how to get the most out of what they just bought. That means showing them how to use the product, what they can expect from using the product, what makes it different, and why sticking to it actually matters. Because when people understand the why, they're far less likely to cancel. A strong subscriber-specific onboarding flow does a few key things. First, it leads with value. So you're reminding them why they're subscribing, whether it's savings or convenience or exclusive perks, keep reminding them. Secondly, it educates and resells the product. We're reinforcing the benefits. We're letting them know how to properly use it and showing them why consistency leads to better results. Keyword, consistency. It's also building trust and community by creating touch points that make the subscriber feel like they are part of something bigger. Maybe that's a note from the founder or a customer spotlight or an invitation to share their own experience. But those little moments of connection remind them that they're not just buying a product, but they're also joining a brand family. That onboarding flow also provides clarity through what's next messaging, on-brand visuals, and communication that helps keep them confident and in the loop. Think of this phase as a continuing the sale after the sale. You're not just delivering the product, you're delivering a belief, a belonging, and momentum in their subscriber journey. When your subscriber feels educated and connected, they're excited about what's coming next, and they're not wondering if they should cancel, if it's worth it, and they're already looking forward to what's ahead. The second overlooked area, in my opinion, is personalization. Again, all within communication. Now, I bet when you think personalization, I'm sure you picture the classic hi, insert name, all text email, but personalization is actually so much more than that, and it needs to start right after the first purchase. Personalization shows up in the entire subscriber journey, whether that's the subscriber portal, where customers can control their next order with quick actions, in a post-purchase email that adapts them to what they have just bought, in quizzes that help tailor their experience from day one, or in upsells and push notifications that feel intuitive because they're actually built around the subscriber journey. It can even show up in places that brands often overlook. Something that we know is how important a splash screen video is inside the cancellation flow, and we push for that so much here at Subscription Prescription. We've actually ran a test where we implemented a short personalized video, multiple of those actually, that address specific cancellation reasons, things like shipping delays, product confusion, expense concerns. And after just 1 month, that save rate jumped from 5% to 16%. That's literally personalization in action. You're meeting the customers exactly where they are, addressing the reason, not just giving a generic answer. And that's what's helping increase your save rate. So imagine this for a second. Imagine you've just subscribed. It's week 1 and you're welcomed with a skin quiz or just a general quiz asking for your goals, about your recommendations, and then they shift accordingly. In week 4, that app or that email now suggests an add-on that complements your last order. And then by month 3, when many subscriptions might have staled, you're actually being nudged with offers that you actually care about. And that's the difference between a one-time purchase and a loyal subscriber. Put simply, personalization is the invisible string that turns a transaction into a relationship. So now let's talk about replenishment reminders. That's my third most overlooked area. One of those quiet little touch points that can actually make a huge difference in retention and conversion. If someone hasn't subscribed yet, a replenishment reminder is a golden moment. It's not just a nudge to restock, it's actually a chance for you to remind them why subscribing makes sense, why subscribing is a no-brainer. We've seen this work really well when targeting one-time purchasers who already love the product, but just need a little extra something to make it official. The most effective replenishment reminders lead with clear value propositions. Again, coming back to those communications. For example, one of our clients uses subscribe, breathe, repeat, and another says subscriptions equal real results. They're both simple, but reframing subscribing as a lifestyle, peace of mind, progress, and consistency rather than just another purchase. Replenishment reminders also keep the practical benefits front and center. So savings, automatic shipments, free shipping, flexible delivery dates, all those little convenience factors remove the friction that keeps people from subscribing in the first place. What really moves the needle is when replenishment is framed as smart and responsible. For example, we work with a brand that ties subscribing to better pet health outcomes. It's not just about the discounts, it's about doing what's best for your dog. And if you're anything like me, you want to do anything and everything you can that's best for your dog. Other brands we've seen focus on uninterrupted protection. So if that's a supplement, an air filter, or something like that, because you're not willing to sacrifice something that is reinforcing protection. It's emotional logic that makes subscribing feel like a responsible choice. And finally, social proof is huge. We all know that reviews, UGC, and testimonials are a game changer. Adding a testimonial or an expert endorsement like a vet approved stamp of approval or a dermatologist approval or whatever it is transforms the upsell from a buy now to you're making the right decision. It's essentially building credibility and trust at a critical moment in the subscriber journey. At the end of the day, replenishment reminders aren't just transactional, they're transformational. They turn running low into a retention moment and a one-time buyer into a long-term subscriber. The fourth, often overlooked and super easy quick fix is clear and effective transactional SMS. Transactional SMS is huge to me. Texts are just easier. It's that simple. As a subscriber, I personally want to know everything. I should say, as a nosy subscriber, I want to know everything. Where is my order? When is it being processed? When am I being charged? When is it shipping? When will it be arriving? All that jazz. A brand that I think absolutely nails this is Beehive Meals. If you haven't heard of them, they're a meal delivery service that is now shipping to over 20 states, and they've really perfected how to communicate to subscribers via SMS. With Beehive, there's absolutely no guesswork. You get a text at every key moment. They're letting you know when your order is confirmed, when it's being prepped, when it's on the way, when it's about to be delivered, and when it's actually delivered. They have it all really dialed in. And that level of transparency built an instant confidence and excitement for me because I was literally checking the door, thinking maybe it was early, maybe it was late, whatever, every couple minutes because I was so excited to receive my package because I knew it was going to be here any minute. Transactional texts have the opportunity to do a few really powerful things. They provide instant reassurance. That's one, your order is confirmed or your subscription is active. These texts give you or me immediate peace of mind. It's one of the fastest ways to build early trust and cut down post-purchase anxiety, especially when they're subscribing to something that might be a little bit more expensive than normal. Then, two, proactive delivery updates. That's shipping confirmations, delivery notifications, keeping subscribers informed because they never have to ask. That not only reduces early churn, but it dramatically cuts support tickets from "where's my order" messages. Thirdly, they also help reinforce the habit loop. When a text says your order will be delivered today, it's obviously sparking anticipation. Like I said, I'm so excited to open my package no matter what it is. It's reminding the customer that they're about to get ready to use the product and to stay consistent. It's repetition that helps build habits and deliver long-term retention. Next, one of the most important underrated benefits, renewal transparency. I know Matt's talked a lot about this. I know it's a heavy conversation in this world, but when brands send a quick, "Hey, heads up, your subscription renews tomorrow" text, it doesn't necessarily always increase cancellation, but it actually is building trust. It's reducing chargebacks, it's preventing accidental churn, and it keeps customers confident that they're in control. Keyword, in control. I want to be in control. Text can serve as education in the right moment as well. You can also link directly to FAQs, product guides, or how to correctly use the content right inside the start of a subscription message, giving subscribers the tools they need before they even have to look for them. And lastly, as most people probably already know, SMS is a high impact channel. It's direct, it's instant, it's frictionless. I'd rather dig through my texts than dig through my emails. So add in those trackable links that drive people into their portal or order status page, and it creates a seamless omni-channel experience that helps strengthen satisfaction and ease support load. In short, transactional SMS turns communication into connection. When subscribers feel informed, feel in control, and feel cared about, they don't just stay subscribed, they're also learning to trust you. Our last overlooked segment is unboxing. And no, I don't just mean pretty packaging, even though we all love it, because packaging is great, but I really want to focus on inserts. Those educational, thoughtful little touches that turn a box into an experience. Think about it. You're a new customer or subscriber and you've just received a skincare routine, a meal kit, a supplement bundle, all those things that we love to subscribe to, but there's no information inside. There's no how to use, there's no timing, there's no cooking temps. And before you just say, well, it's all on the website or in the email, remember, when someone has your product in their hands, that's their best moment to educate them. They're fully engaged, they're curious, and they're ready to learn. By simply adding an insert that shows how to use the product, when to use it, or how to get the best results, you're not just educating, you're again building trust and deepening that connection. You're helping subscribers feel guided, supported, and part of something bigger. I'll give you a quick example. So I subscribe to a meat box that includes a small booklet. It's like 13 to 15 pages. It has their brand story, recipes, and more. And I read the whole thing because it was so cute. It was so informative. But they also included a little branded magnet that has cooking temperatures for every type of meat. You've got chicken, turkey, fish, beef, everything. Now, every time I'm cooking meat, I am looking at that magnet and I'm reminded of a subscription that I never want to cancel. Not just because the product is great, because the brand gave me something that I find genuinely useful and it feels like it made me part of their story. The best brands treat unboxing as a continuation of their post-purchase experience. You're adding tangible value beyond the product. You're educating habits that build formation. Your storytelling is being reinforced through community and connection. Your cross-selling engagement with QR codes or landing pages or recipes, whatever you want to add on there. And you're also including strong branded design and voice. Just like I said, that magnet had their logo on it. It has little tidbits of information, but it also had applicable information for me. And lastly, you can highlight subscriber perks and upgrades because that unboxing moment is a moment that you can announce new features, exclusive subscriber benefits, and drive next step actions. At the end of the day, unboxing isn't just about aesthetics. It's about connection. It's about education and community. When you start to put all of these pieces together, personalization, education, replenishment reminders, transactional SMS, and unboxing, you have started to create a customer experience that feels seamless, human, and intentional from literally every angle, or at least from every communication angle. These aren't big, complicated strategies. They're actual simple touch points that, when done right, can completely transform retention. Each one adds clarity, confidence, and connection, turning subscribers into loyal advocates who want to stay. Thanks again. That's it for this week's dose, but be sure to tune in next week for another dose of subscription prescription.
That's it for today. Thank you for tuning in. Please subscribe so that you can get notified when new episodes come out each week on Tuesdays.